Hey boys, and welcome back to another Bleach Bracer video, and today the 3 new resurrected characters are here. Is the Hueco Mundo badge, or the first one, the Unleash the Beast banner. Very cool banner title. This one does feature Yami, Noitora, and Grimmjow. So we're going to be taking a look at those 3 characters today, give my first thoughts opinion on the resurrections, and also cover the next batch will be coming out in 2 weeks time, which I'm kind of excited for, because that should contain Aaroniero. So let's go over to the 3 new characters, starting off with whoever's at the top, right? So as always, we are over on BBS Simulator. Massive shout out to Sodex for creating this site. I do recommend you guys use it, and it will be linked in the description. So who do we have first? So let's see. Going over it, are they on the site? Yes, they are. So we have... Who are we going to do first? Let's do Noitora first. So, I'm going to be honest, lads. Noitora, I don't see getting any kind of good resurrection. So, he is a PvP character. Back in the day, he was kind of a PvP, PvE character, because that's how they kind of worked back then. If you had Flurry, you're just naturally good. Nowadays, the game has changed quite a bit, right? So, as you can see, as Captain Killer, he's really not going to be that good. His current skills are as follows: Adrenaline 10%, Devastation plus 20, Flurry, Long Reach plus 20%, Sprinter plus 1, and Weaken Defense. If he wants to get good, he's going to have to get a DR Soul Trait. That's what I think. And he's also going to have to pick up Poise. That's what I basically see. Having said that, even if he does pick that up, it isn't really going to change much for him, right? You're not going to use him in PvE because he doesn't have Guard Rig. He doesn't have a PvE killer. And even if he does, like I say, pick up the skills that you want him to get for PvP, he doesn't have any status elements, I believe, right? He doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't. So there's really no hope for this character. And the only thing I can see for this character is that he gets a good soul trait, and that's about it. So let's check out the new one. So what did he get? He got Last Ditch Survival Rate plus 80%. Okay, that's a different one. That is different. I'm not going to complain about that, but that is different. And then for the soul tree, we got Bruiser plus 20%, and Devastation. Is that is that it? Yeah, that's it. Okay, so he picked up the 20% Bruiser, so he does 20% more damage on his normal attacks now. Pretty okay, right? And then he did get that extra 20 or 30% Devastation, which isn't too important. And then he picked up Last Ditch. So as you can see here, this resurrection, I don't know if I should call it bad. Like I said, there was just no hope for this character. Whether they gave him DR, whether they gave him Poise, it really wouldn't have made a difference with this character. The soul trait, Last Ditch, and Nad is pretty helpful. I'm not gonna lie, that's a pretty good soul trait. I can see some use into that if I'm playing in Epic Raids, if I'm playing in Senkamon, if I'm playing in Club with an Nad character. I could see some use for this soul trait. So actually, I'm not gonna complain about this. Normal attack damage plus 20% and Last Ditch survival rate plus 80% is pretty good. I feel like we need more DR and Last Ditch though, because if you see Chad or Speed characters in general are pretty good in PvP because they have that DR and Last Ditch link from the Kenny, and that is pretty useful, I will say, in PvP. So the second we get a DR and Last Ditch link for power, it's going to be quite crazy because all the Jugums are going to be using it. So overall, it's an okay resurrection. It's an okay resurrection. Like I said, there was just no hope for this character whatsoever. If you thought this character was going to have like a massive change around in PvP or PvE, yeah, that's just not how resurrections work, unfortunately. So that's how it is. He picked up 20% Bruiser, got the Last Ditch as a soul trait, and unfortunately just got an increase in his Devastation by 30%. Alright, so the next character we have is Grimmjow. This character is quite an interesting one. So as you can see here, he is an SP character. He has Frenzy. If we look at his skills, you can see here, Frenzy, Long Reach plus 15%, Sprinter plus 1, Devastation plus 40, and Bruiser plus 20%. He has a decent option here to get some pretty good skills, because he is lacking quite a few. You could probably pick out like 2 new skills here. But looking at his soul trait, you can see he has a 20 DR link. So what this means is that he's pretty much always going to be a link. If you put this character, you're only ever using him as a link. But back in the day, he was quite playable, being a, SP character with pretty good strong attacks and Frenzy. Not a lot of characters could have said that, right? Now, the thing with this character is I'm quite curious on how they're going to handle him, right? We're about to find out now. Are they going to prioritize him being a link? And by that, by giving him Last Ditch, by giving him no attack damage, by giving him something that will only benefit main characters in PvP? Or are they going to prioritize him being a playable character? And to do that, they're going to be giving him recharge or strong attack damage. Stuff like that, right? We're about to find out now. So we saw the skills right there. Nothing too big, but let's find out with his new resurrection. So we picked up non-attack damage plus 16%. So there you can see right there, they prioritized him being a link. They really don't care about him being playable. And that is a very good link, by the way. I will say that right there. Looking at his soul tree, did pick up quite a few skills with Berserker plus 20%, Bruiser plus 20, Devastation plus 40, Frenzy, Long Reach plus 20%, Sprinter plus 1, and Weaken Defense. So what exactly did he pick up? So with this resurrection, he actually got quite a few buffs, right? He got Berserker plus 20%, which is pretty big. It's going to to increase his strong attack damage, which if you want to play with this character, that's kind of important, I guess. He did get an extra 5% on his long reach. He did pick up weakened defense, and I believe that's about it. So again, another pretty good resurrection. This one's definitely on the better one, I think, compared to the Noitora, because Noitora is an okay link. This is definitely going to be a huge link for PvP. 20 DR and 16% no attack damage is absolutely huge. But I will say, what mine characters will you use this on? I'm actually having a mine file right now. What mine characters do you use in PvP? Let's quickly check. So if we look here, there's not a lot of PP characters that can actually benefit from this link. If you are using Izuru, I guess that might be okay. Shusuke, Kiryu, these characters you really don't... You can use them in PvP, but they're not really the best there. Noitora is probably the best one from this that can actually benefit from that link. That 20 DR and 16, that is a very good link for Noitora and any future mine character that comes onto the game. I actually have the Grimmjow 5-5 with 500 attacks. That's going to be a very, very good link. So like I said, they prioritize this character being a link more so than a playable character, and personally I think I'm okay with that. This character's strong attacks aren't really the best, so I will actually gladly take a usable link over a somewhat non-playable character. So that's the Grimmjow. An okay resurrection. I'll definitely say they're probably the best in banner. And then we have Yami. Let's see how they're going to handle him. So he is a weird one, right? He's a playable character to some extent. He is a chargeable strong attack character. He does have a charged strong attack. And it was actually the first one that came to the game. So let's look at his skills. Firstly, we have Berserker plus 30%, Bombardment, Bruiser plus 30, Long Reach plus 20%, Poise, and Sprinter plus 1. Hopefully he picks up some good second shot trait here. If he gets strong attack damage, that will be quite huge. But I feel like they're going to give him probably DR, personally. I don't know. I feel like they're going to give him a weird soul trait. I don't feel like they're going to give him strong attack damage. We're about to find out. Probably no attack damage, honestly. Let's see, though. And then he's probably going to pick up... Oh, actually, he has Bombardment, so he's probably not going to pick up Frenzy. Yeah, again, no hope for this character, too. Let's see how it goes, right? So, he picked up Last Ditch. There you go. So, I knew they wasn't going to give him a good one. Actually, that's very good. That is very good. That's a very good soul trait. I'm not even going to lie. 12% recharge and Last Ditch. That's the second character in the game right now to have that. If you have, let's say you're playing co-op, right? Let's say the next Linksort character that might come out in 5 or so days is a SP character for speed, right? And let's say you have this character linked to them, you have the Senkamon Ichigo linked to them, they essentially have 180% Last Ditch and the 14 recharge. That's a very good link. I am not disappointed with that whatsoever. Very good link, and we need more links like that, because imagine having like 300 Last Ditch and 50 strong attack recharge. That's a powerful combination right there. Hopefully we get more links like that, especially for other attributes. Very good link. I knew they weren't going to give him strong attack damage, like it was quite obvious, but I will gladly take the Last Ditch. That's a very good link. And as for these skills, let's see if they did give him Frenzy. They didn't, because he has Bombardment. And do keep that in mind, lads. I hope this can change, because it makes no sense. 1,000 Year Blood or Byakuya, we all want him to get Frenzy, right? Because he deserved it when he came out. He has Bombardment, and so far Caleb aren't ready to give Frenzy to Bombardment characters when it comes to Resurrection. So I really hope that can change by the time we get to Byakuya, because when he does come out, you know, everyone's going to complain that he didn't get Frenzy when he deserved it. After everyone signed that petition, they still don't want to give him Frenzy after X amount of years. But you can see here he did pick up Berserker, maybe? I believe. Let me double check. Actually, his Berserker didn't even go up at all. Damn. So instead of increasing his Berserker, they increased his Bruiser. He ain't an ad character. What are they doing? That's weird. And did he pick anything else up? Long reach, no. Okay, so he only saw an increase in his Bruiser. That's actually kind of bad. As far as playable character wise, he should have definitely saw like a 30% increase on his Berserker. That's actually kind of bad that they didn't give him that. Instead, they increased his Bruiser by 30%. Like, what? What's going on there? That's actually kind of bad. So overall, we have 3 pretty good links. That's how it comes out to, right? These characters definitely could have got better treatment when it comes to playable characters, but personally, I really don't mind. So let's go back onto the 3 characters. Yami is a very good link, actually. As for a playable character, nah, he doesn't have Frenzy. You're never going to play with him, right? But as for a link, he's actually a very good link. Noitora, on the other hand, unfortunately didn't get a good upgrade on the playable character-wise, and now he's pretty much going to be a link. As for a link, no attack damage and Last Ditch is pretty useful, so I can see some use to that, but I definitely will say strong attack recharge and Last Ditch is way more useful. So Yami is definitely the better link of the 2, and then we have Grimmjow, who unfortunately got the link route and not the playable character route, which I don't know if it's a good or bad thing, but he did pick up no attack damage plus 16%, which is a very good link. So the Yami and Grimmjow, very, very good links, probably one of the best links out there. And then you have Noitora, who is a pretty good link. There's some use for that, but I wouldn't say it's like massively OP or that you need to have it on every build. Whenever I'm rocking a speed character now, I'm going to be rocking that Yami link. Whenever I'm rocking a NAD character, I'm going to be rocking this Grimmjow link. So pretty good resurrections overall. I mean, I can't really complain. We got 2 very good links and a pretty good link. So that's all you can really ask with resurrections, especially with these characters. Even if they did give them good upgrades as playable characters, you're not really going to use these ones. Because as for SP characters like the Yami and Grimmjow, their strong attacks don't really hold up. So you're not going to be using them if they did get a good upgrade. And then Noitora, you're not going to use him PvP because he doesn't have any status summons. And as for PvE, he doesn't have a PvE killer and they aren't going to give him guard break. So yeah, just no hope for these characters. But that being said, we're going to quickly look over the next banner for the next resurrections and see exactly what those cards are, and then just give you my first predictions, I guess, and let's see what they can get. Alright, so as you can see here, in 2 weeks time, lads, in 2 weeks time, we're about to get the Aaroniero resurrection. I'm excited for this. As for the characters, I'll quickly go over them. So Zamari is probably the only good link that's going to come from this, if I'm being truthfully honest. The Kaname is a dodge link, so the last dodge link, by the way, that ever did come to the game. Kaname has no chance of being good. His link is not going to be good. It's probably going to be a low NAD or like 16% NAD. And dodge, you're never really going to see any use for that. Zamari is a 20% no-attack damage link, so maybe he can pick up DR. Maybe he can pick up Last Ditch or a pretty good other second soul trait. And then as for the Aaroniero, I'm personally excited for that just to, you know, because it's Aaroniero, right? But his first soul trait is 55% poison reduction, and that's not really that useful. So he's probably going to pick up recharge or strong attack damage, or maybe even last ditch too. Hopefully recharge, that'll probably be the best case scenario for him. And that's really about it. Unfortunately, you know, because his first soul trait is already bad, his second soul trait is probably going to be the best thing to come from his resurrection. But yeah, either way, I'm excited for this resurrection nonetheless. It's probably going to be a sleeper one in time for the next resurrection batch, which will be the Gin banner. So I'm also looking forward to that Gin's resurrection compared to these two right here. But the Aaroniero one's definitely going to be an exciting thing for me. And then 2 weeks after that, so a month from now, we're going to get the resurrection for these 3 cards, which is also going to be very exciting. So with that, lads, that was basically the video. Hope you guys did enjoy just going over the 3 new resurrected characters. 3 pretty good links, can't really complain about it. I would say they got pretty good resurrections as far as links goes for playable characters. Unfortunately, you're not really going to see any kind of change with these 3 characters. If you guys have any different opinions, let me know in the comments below what you guys think about these resurrections. I'm curious to know, and I'll see you lads in the next one, which will be later today. We're going to do a triple upload today, so stay tuned for that. And I'll see you lads in the next one. Peace.